Peace, 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 family. It's love, light, phenomenal healing. So, and I had to write it down. Like the Grudge movie. Like, for beautiful souls that really understand, most of these movies be about time loops, different timelines, like Akashic records, period. Beautiful souls get a download and a vision and get to write down the script and it'd be a movie. Like, so that being said, I'll stay on the topic at hand about how real demonic energy move and how it reacts in vessels. Like, this is deep. So just go sit down. Go sit. Go ahead and take a seat. Sit down for a minute. I'm gonna talk divine for a moment. So we'll go to the stories on the timelines. This one is when I was with the ex when I was in Chicago. Now, her solar risings are 7/13. Solar risings are birthdays, so a solar return birthday being 7/13 of every year equals 11. So in the divine oracle message in that, with it being an 11, already at 13 with 7. So that's deep when we're talking about the 7 Pleiadian sisters or the 7 sisters of darkness. That's deep too. But we're going to stay on the topic at hand. That's a whole nother content for a whole nother YouTube video. So, like I said, we're going to stay on the topic at hand. We went to one of her friend's house. She had a friend that came in town. So there was 2 extra witnesses that were present during this divine moment. So, her birthday, that's deep too, and had popped, that was the last time, like the deep experience of popping a pill. We had popped the ecstasy pill. Now me, like, I'm still aware of how energy works, okay? So with that being said, she popped a pill. And like I said, if you're not aware of how energy works and it's just coming in and out of your vessel, or it's just there lying dormant, or lying dormant from being suppressed and not healing it, bringing it to the forefront, is divine. So when literally had a friend, 2 friends there. We at our friend's house. And beautiful souls, the European version, exorcisms, Akashic 333. They call it exorcisms or exorcising a demon or vibration. I love to call it vibrations, frequencies, and energies, because at the end of the day, demon, demelanated one, like when we're saying this, it carries so many different vibrations, frequencies, and energies to it. So why not just call it vibrations, frequencies, and energies, so you know the level that you're dealing with it at, and not just calling a demon and then adding more unnecessary energy onto it. Okay? That's how this works. So we'll keep talking about the divine matriarchiness of this and getting to the natural components of things. You know, there's no more divide and conquer. With how do you can't divide and conquer with oneness, babe. It's dumb. You can't. We can lock it in and make it even better, but it's no more separate. So with that being said, we're gonna stay on the topic at hand. Stay on a story, and I'm talking to her friend. Because at this moment, I know it had gotten deep. She broke out into the sweat. So the temperatures, and it was cool. It's cool, but she's sweating. So I know, boom, it's at that stage where it's time for it to be exorcised out of the vessel. So with me and my kindness, I'm like, oh, I got $50 on me right now, or I'll pay for this mirror. Is it all right? Because I'm explaining to her what's fin to happen, her friend. Because once this energy, this entity literally goes into the mirror, it shatters. And for real healers and how we do this, once it goes into the mirror, it shatters and we shut that portal down. Once it goes back to its natural habitat, and once it's shattered, we dispose of the mirror. Ashe, that's how that works. So with that being said, the goddess first response when I said, I'll buy the mirror, I'll pay for the mirror, can I use this mirror? She said no. So with that being said, she said not to use the mirror that she already looking into the mirror at herself. But the thing is my ex was fighting it, literally allowing it to stay in by literally fighting the entity, instead of seeing and feeling that it's not love, it's not me. You can go. Remove yourself from me. There's so much of the deepest self-love you can give yourself. To love yourself, yo. When you literally are at the peak of something, a whole entity wanting to eat at your soul, your soul just wants you to say, release me, leave me be. I am a being of love. It don't take, and as you look in that mirror, you looking at yourself, you know who you are. So why it's in the, it can't show you a form if it's already disguising its energy from you. So all of this adds up while you looking at your beautiful self in this mirror, and why it went in and broke the mirror and went back to its natural habitat. So now we're going to go to the other part of it. So when you see family, and this went back to grudge, that part where it's like, and their eyes are rolled back it up. Yeah, the noise, all of that. And when you're dealing with a witch doctor or a voodoo doctor or Sangoma, the ones that are of darkness, and conjure it up and lash it out there on you, ain't gonna tell you that's what they're doing. Ain't gonna tell you that's what they're doing. And then act like, oh, I'm of power. No, that's called selling your soul, baby, to get that power. That separates real healers from the fake ones. When you sell your soul, you sign on a dotted line for this fame. So when I'm a healer, I do this and I do that, and I can bring back your loved one, or like when they're at that level, when they sold their soul over, what are they really healing for you? They've already sold their soul, so what they doing is latching their stuff onto you so they can get a little bit of their soul back, and ain't getting nothing back. You done already sold it. Like, it's they would convince themselves as they're healing someone, they're healing themselves when they've already sold their soul. Somebody in the back, make this make sense somewhere, okay? Because like I said, it's interesting enough they talk about karma, but forget to talk about that dharma, that wheel, and how that wheel go. And if you the one controlling the wheel and not nothing hopping in your body, and I got the wheel now. 5, 15, 20 minutes, an hour, 3 hours later, you What happened? Be out here possessed and don't even know it. Because I've seen it just literally. Literally. Eyes rolling in the back of their head. Sometimes eyes closed. But when you see this, guys, it is not a secret. It is not a game. Possessions are real. And if you really love your family, get Get some water, baby. Get some water. Huh. It's okay. They said it's okay if it's tapped. It's all right. Haven't you ever wondered why in ICU, when you go in the ICU, they say no plants, no life? I said, I know y'all lying. I bet you I still bring some flowers in here in my grandmother's room. You know what? Fine. It's fine. It's all right. I'm the lotus alone. Went in there and the doctor talking to my mother and my uncle, but then could feel my energy. And is there anything you would like to say? I said, looked right into the reptilian eyes because they was green and they started spinning. Looking right into this reptilian's eyes. I was finna, and my goddess, would you really like to hear what I have to say, darling? My uncle and mother, 11 on this camera. My uncle and my mother, no, you can talk to me. That's how I felt that baby was finna. You was finna, that whole reptilian, and you was finna get the shaking in my presence. Cause for one, and then your pure frequency, you see it. It be that shake. It be that shake like Beautiful Souls haven't seen Candyman when they shaking when they first see Candyman and they just shaking like. It be that type of vibration that you give off when they feel a real one and they got their soul. It shakes them down to their toes, these reptilians. Especially when you know your power and you stay in your frequency. Your purest frequency. Tell me, Mom. My uncle, he put his hand up quick. My mother was like, no. You can talk to us. We're her children. Cause, I was really finna give him the purest peace of mind that I wanted to say. Though it's strong, it's real strong. And my auntie flexing in the other realm, talking to me. And at sometimes, like, that's deep when we're talking about balance and the help and the push you even get from your ancestors, like the bold, wounded warrior frequencies in your family members. 1313, they say your past loved ones, but your family members that really here assisting you every day. And this brings me to the next story. Well, I can finish this one off with my ex. So when she said no, we couldn't use the mirror, she heard that. Like, this is how aware my ex was, even though the self-doubt would like leave her awareness somewhere in a stagnant energy at times. But when I tell you she be aware of stuff, she was very aware, and that was what allowed me to be there long enough. Her awareness, though it would come in and come out, come in and come out, which gave me the clarity that whoever she had been sleeping with, because she was a comer and goer, she wasn't telling me that, but you could feel the secretive frequencies coming up off of her. Like, why is there a secret? What you holding back on? Like, and that was one deep thing. So yeah, I pulled, like, and it's funny. It's an interesting thing enough. Like, beautiful souls, when they want to be with a stud, you want to see the masculine, but then when we show you the masculine, you don't know how to act right. Cause my shaman is on a whole nother level. We gonna make love, baby. We gonna levitate. We gonna do an alchemy. Like, who? That was another thing. Like I said, you better run. It should be your first red flag when you wanna lay. You wanna lay with me? What? You wanna lay with me, baby? Well, soon, and I love to ask them these things. You gotta ask them these things. See where they head at, where the energy at, and what's playing with them. When you land, you want to lay on me, baby. What's the first thing you gonna think? What's on your mind when you say sex? What's on your mind when you say let's make love? Let's make some love. What's on your mind? I don't want to hear no motherfucker R. Kelly. I don't want to hear no like. We need to come up out this matrix shit for a little minute now. Somebody, come on now, hear a real God and goddess speak. What's in it? You gotta arouse God, real gods and goddesses. You gotta arouse us, cause at the end of the day, we know what it was. Sit on our golden and crystal couches and chairs and watch y'all have sex. Just watch. Can feel the energy from there. I don't have to get into it if I know what it feel like. So on top of that, that's deep too. We talking about how energies work. So I just wanted to put that one in there too, especially for beautiful souls that do poly. If you a poly, you gotta have your energy on point. For real, especially when ones out here putting spells on ones they do poly with and all this stuff. Like, you gotta really be aware of what's going on out here. It's people out here that's doing stuff and aren't aware, or say they spiritual, they just up there and still playing with these demonic energies, yo. Like, it's done. But you know me, I'm gonna speak my truth. I'm gonna speak about it. Like, we gotta talk about these things, because it's not a game. It's not a game out here, yo. We talking about, it's real healers and real earth angels out here. Here serving karma. Here serving karma to motherfuckers. Here serving karma to motherfuckers. Is when you align to a real earth angel, are you gonna do righteous, or are you just going to fall into those paradigm ways, those paradigm time loops that you have to continuously go through until you just let it go, leave it be? So when I understood that, I started speaking my truths about the stories, because it's not a secret, especially when you know you're a healer and you know the things that you do. You know your power, you know your self-worth. All this adds up. So yeah, that one situation, and how nobody wanted to explain it, and when I was explaining it, you can feel the jealousy and so, and then her cousin said, "Oh, she's slow. Like, you resurrect 1818 come through. You resurrect, but you slow." Make it make sense. It let me understand and see things for what it is, because when they're giving off that negative energy, I see the natural component of what's hurt, and it comes to the forefront. I bring that shit to the forefront. The more you keep doing that in my atmosphere, because I'm at a high frequency, it's too low. And the archangels and my ancestors don't play no games, baby. They will pull that shit from you in my presence, or better yet, the universe gonna shut it down and go make it to where I move away from you. I move around. Like, certain earth angels are like, we be so protected. At the end of the day, when you already in your soul mission and soul purpose to align the beautiful souls, for them to heal, remove demonic energy, and ascend. Yeah. That's either good karma or bad karma, depending on how you gonna regulate it and look at it. No secrets. No secrets in the universe. Some of us ain't come here to play no games. That, man, when it comes to a certain age limit, you be like, oh, no, you couldn't pay me. No, ain't enough money in the world for that type of energy. You can have it. They show you how celebrities be. Like, it be looking like that's a drainage look, like when they just like or a seizure. A seizure is a demonic energy, huh? Somebody in the back. Somebody in the back. Once again, hospital, a house that is a pit to all, a doctor, someone that tours your documents. All these is just words suffixed and prefixed with spells for you to believe or leave be in your God and Goddess body. Oracles in the matrix, giving that real juice. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't sugarcoat nothing. For what? I want the universe sugarcoat nothing back this way. Yeah, like I said, sit down. Take a seat. Sit down. Seat. Seizures are demonic energy with your soul fighting it at the same time. 2112, as above, so below. Cancer is a demonic energy eating at the flesh. Dis-easement. The body isn't at ease because demonic energy wants to come in. We're talking about a stolen legacy of real healers. No doctors, just healers. Didn't have to melt down no metal. Fear wasn't upon the lands with patriarchy energy together to want to control something. All this adds up, beautiful souls, when we're talking about oneness. The ancient ones, the shining ones, I say, the ones before the moon. And we're talking about these things to understand it with our consciousness. So I just wanted to talk about this one when I got the download about the grudge. Talk about this when I was on Facebook, and I let them sit for a little moment. That's one thing I love about Olokun. Olokun goes to the deep depths. I let you sit in my space for a little moment just to see if you're going to come back and, you ain't going to apologize. You just did it for the money. You just did it for greed. So the more I was seeing how Beautiful Souls was regulating on Facebook, I'm like, it's just a race. Some are in a matrix time loop of race. No oneness. So he kept inviting me to come on his lives. And when he was doing that, here's the thing, there's boundaries. There's boundaries. So while I get on his live, he literally conjured a demon through my live. It was Yosef. And that's deep too when you're speaking names. Though when you're divinely protected and speaking your truths to talk about these things, oh baby, you're going to understand how that cloaked game is tight. We don't speak about beautiful souls on a low vibration, frequency, and energy. Though when we're talking about these wizards and warlocks that are in vessels here today, we gonna talk about it. Y'all gotta see, baby, it's so many wolves in sheep's clothing, or else there would be no such thing as wolves in sheep's clothing. Y'all, we gotta talk about these things. And it be the masculine energy. That's why it was for a minute, like the goddess within, the more I was astral traveling out and coming back, it was a lot of men that kept sending me friend requests. And then when certain women were sending friend requests, you could feel the etheric cord. And then that's another thing, the butterfly sensations you feeling when a beautiful soul is projecting energy. That's how the etheric cord starts for them to latch on to you. That ain't magic. That ain't healing. That's trickster energy, for one. Because real healer, when they feel it, it's intense at times. Especially if you're fighting it. You might want to sit down. If not, you might then faint. It's all at your levels, and some be shake. It's like it's all depending on your levels and how deep and what's vibing inside the vessel. This, I love this to talk. I talk about as a vibration, frequency, and energy analyst. So our realm's deep when we're talking about these things, beautiful souls. So just wanted to talk about this one thing. Then I can let's talk about another soul, another ex I was with. She had summoned me though, and she's how I understood why she summoned me, because she had already seen that I was of power and wanted to come and harvest my energy. And I understood when she was harvesting my energy. I'm driving my truck. I'm in the driver's seat. She on the passenger side. We just woke up. Ain't no way. She up. And then out of nowhere, I just fall straight to sleep. She was pulling my energy. Somebody to say that they're your soulmate or your twin flame and would harness and harvest your energy. That is a false flame. Love will not drain your energy. And the deeper I kept healing myself and rising to allow me to see more. So that's why I put the download and content on here too about DMT entities and the DMT entities dominions. So the DMT entities, that they deal with DMT, that's why you feel that rush, that serotonin or you know what I mean, oxytocin. That's why you feel the adrenaline, the butterfly. You feel that for a moment. That's the energy they want you to feel as they're sucking your energy. Because ain't no way you coming back and constantly coming back. Huh? All right. Okay. And going down on your mate. When you going down, you put in word. You finna put in word. Y'all finna levitate and go somewhere. You know, you finna go. That's the vibe. You don't get sleepy. Unless they're draining your energy. And then you getting mad. Then get mad. What? Did you fall asleep? No, what are you doing? I'm not doing nothing. Okay. Shut it down. Shut it down. It's beautiful, God. I mean, it's literally men and women that will go that far with it and drain your energy. That's not love. If you want to be honest, it's not them either. Something's possessing the body. Convincing them this is a way you get power by stealing somebody else's energy. That's a possession. And to literally manipulate and convince other beautiful souls too, and then they allow it, is a possession as well. So now you've allowed someone to manipulate you into a possession. You got kids, you got all type of stuff sacred around you. Now they are in the possession mode too. You gotta understand how deep this is, y'all. It's like they ain't. As I said, don't spell none of them. Don't spell none of them. Don't spare them. So yes, we have to talk about this more, so y'all know what it looked like. Like, do not fake the funk. If you see beautiful souls with shadows walking around them, all this add up. Ain't no whew, no, ain't no more. Well, what's that coming out the side vision? Ancestor spirits, you know what's going on. Ashe, they wanted me to say the white orbs, white flashes. These are much higher angelic frequencies, though. When you're seeing the white orbs and white flashes coming out your peripheral, this is actually your highest ancestors, the ones that's helping you, letting you know that they're in your presence. But here's the thing, Ashe, 3113. So with that being said, what are you feeling at the moment? Because what you're feeling, and you're seeing these white orbs, what are you feeling at the moment? Because this is a time where you can be receiving a divine message that you're giving you for you to feel that white orb. What frequency are you in at that moment? What are you able to embrace and feel? That's deep too when we're talking about synchronicities and how numbers are when you align to the synchronicities at that moment. How do you feel with that synchronicity and that angelic message? So it was about that literally helped me shift to like, because it's still Google, it's still like a matrix program. When we say, oh, okay, it's 555, okay, let me look up 555 angel number. It's Google. It's not, it's I'm leaving myself to go look for something else. I'm not in, you know what I mean? So I stopped doing that. I started looking at the time. Boom. How do I feel, yo? What's around me? Is something projecting? Do I need to transmute? In that moment, allow me to see, like, how beautiful souls have turned into the European paradigms of doing curses, spells, and hexes on other beautiful souls of power so that they can gain more power. That's not theirs. Like, all of this as a, and that's deep too. Ooh, and y'all gonna see it for what it is. Then this is a channel message way in advance. So beautiful soul. It's beautiful souls that y'all have seen coming as a lotus phoenix rising, yo, like a handicap and some diseasements, and once they've gotten to their health, closing my eyes because I'm seeing it, once they get higher and they're healing, and now they're healers, and they've allowed European paradigms to come in, it brings them back down. And the thing is now that they've been brought back down, and that's deep. I've talked about that too in my content. We're talking about Anubis Osiris. When you're going into the underworld, into certain gateways and pits of the fires, what depths are you allowing yourself to go into? Because the deeper you go in and you're not reflecting and healing self, and you're still doing this chaos and mayhem, you're going into deeper depths. And these deeper depths end up being a death for certain people. That's why, literally, how you come from being a healer to having cancer. We get it now. A lot of us get it. We see it for what it is. It's the love for me, yo. The love. And just the thought alone is not, it's too much for the heart. Let alone the feather. That's too much for the heart. Oh, and like I said, like this ain't no sugarcoatness. Ain't no sugarcoatness. I said exes. I ain't said not a man name. I'm talking about the components and how I speak my truths about how I've healed and seen how these energies work. My heart will not allow me to speak of a name. That's where my levels of purity are at. As a healer, I heal. I don't do the gossip. That's a possession. Bend gossip. Bow. You will bow, or you will go back to your natural habitat. I speak of what I am. Bow instantly. So it's a difference when you're at a frequency of purity and how these demonic energies bend and bow at will, at command. Hmm? Mm, mm, mm. So yes, I want to get on here and talk about this. Oh yeah, we was going to talk about it. Cause, like I said, no hospital, no. That's why you got churches. They came in them caves, baby. They seen these oracles. They knew what was up. They came in the caves and temples. That's why some of the caves looked the way they looked. They was temples. Like some of them caves had crystals down. Our stuff looked good. You wouldn't have thought it was a cave the way you walked in. Barefoot, yes. I want to talk about them ancient times righteously, do they? They just want to tell you about all the mayhem from the fear, and the fear melting down silver so I can make this bullet to control some stuff, because I'm really scared of them when I control that power. You know how many of them in the back literally carrying that frequency still? I can pull the energy from it so that way we can really talk about these things. Ain't no secrets with the universe. But yet, here we are. We reign. Speak our truth. Speak this fruit, bearing more fruit for the nations and nations to come. Ashe. So yeah, I already know I wanted to put this one on here. Got the download about it though. My next one, I wrote a few more things about it. PT2 was segment and Bastet. That one, yeah, that one. We're gonna be putting that one on here in a little minute. And like I said, it's just the downloads. And when I'm saying downloads, the visions. And that's a superpower when you go into a daydream or a meditative state in that mode. Where are you? What are you seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing? Like all this add up. So when you're getting these visions and downloads, like it be literally the ancestors showing you, especially like your bloodline, they showing you the ancient times and what literally happened. So that's another reason why I say his story is his story and not our story, So all this add up, my loves. So go ahead and end this one. But I really wanted to talk about, like, it's no secret. We're talking about vibrations, frequencies, and energies. Just allowing your awareness to be what it is, a superpower. So y'all already know. It's love, light, phenomenal healing. Peace.